Y'all, it is Cast a Spell here, and I am here doing a video. I have a few of my heads in the back. This is the court. This is all y'all get to. Well, I could do it. I can't, with the camera, I can't really get all of them in there the way I would like, but I'm not worried. I just wanted to put them in here because they want to be shown off, okay? So this video is me talking, and I wanted to talk about respecting your energies instead of worshiping them, instead of using them as a placemat or something to take over your whole worshiping aspect that you still probably have within yourself. And it happens. Like, if you're diving more into your spirituality, you try to, sometimes you find yourself clinging to old ways, old templates that just don't fucking fit anymore. So I wanted to make a distinction between worshiping and respecting. What I do with my energies, because I don't like, when I am actually conjuring an energy, I find myself manipulating their whole aspect to work for myself. So like, I have been heavy with Santísima Muerte. She came through on a horse, like riding Griselda Blanco, Santísima Muerte, the Aztec guys, the original Aztec guy, which is kind of hard to pronounce, so I'm not going, but I know it starts with H. That is in Cali, of course, Cali as well. They all have a similar aspect as primordial energies of death, of transformation, of the, whatever you want to use them with. Like, Cali has literally like fetuses for earrings. Like, how badass is that? She literally died. Like, when dealing with Cali, people don't usually want to dive into what she's always, but they always dive into like the skull necklaces and da-da-da-da. And Guadalupe has the same, which is an Aztec goddess that is also another primordial energy, very similar to Cali, that shares the same symbols, the same adornment, which she has like hands and skulls for her skirt and her necklace, and just you see the reflection in different pantheons. But when I dove into Santísima Muerte, she came with Griselda Blanco, and she came in beautifully. How she showed up for myself was, I was just making candles, regular, just doing what I do in my own space, and I felt this whoosh, and I knew what this energy was. This was death. And I've dealt with the death energy before, and I enjoy it because I realize it's a huge reflection of myself. I find myself as the ultimate dyer. Like, I die on a regular fucking basis. Like, my physical on this realm, I'm known as a Scorpio, and going through the chart and everything points to Scorpio. If it can, it's in Scorpio. You know what I mean? So I was feeling this energy, and I was like, death. This is it. But it didn't feel like, oh, I'm Santísima Muerte, and usually people devote themselves to that energy. I know that it's my energy. It's a reflection of my own shit. So when I felt it, she actually came to me, bowed her fucking self to me, and gave me two gifts. There were two people that passed right after I felt that feeling. I felt it. One of them I knew personally, very intimately, like old friend, and he died. Oh, he committed suicide on that day, and if he failed. But when I figured out what energy it actually was that particular day, like 30 minutes later, I get a call from another old friend, and she told me that he finally passed away in the hospital. And just when I filter and I go through my own shit and I figure out, okay, what energy is this? Because I know it's a death energy. It's a transformational energy but what is it? So when I figured what this was coming out as for myself, um, I realized who passed, and immediately I put him on the altar. And of course, Santisma Muerte, she's known for her energy is very much well respected in like the South America Mexican community. You know, Santeria, all that, Palo Mayombe. She's very known and very much well respected. Um, so when I realized who passed, he was actually a Mexican friend of mine. And of course, I knew what that meant. I mean, it just, just the little things as they played out, as well as the other person, also along those lines, also along like it's like the perfect gift she could have gave to me, because I realized, well, not I realized, I already knew that the energies that I deal with, people misconstrued how to actually deal with energy. Energy is energy, and how you work with it is how it's going to be played out. So when you know your own power, when you know your own strength, and you deal with a newer energy or energy that has come making itself known to you, how are you going to address it? Are you going to be looking up at it like, oh, all hell, fuck that? No, it's me. It's me. It's another reflection of my own shit. So I make sure to myself that I don't look at myself as beneath it. And I'm not talking about this human vessel. I'm not talking about being a human and then looking at something else as it's higher than me. Not at all. Because I don't believe that I'm a fucking human. And if you believe you're a human, you're a fucking human. Point blank, period. But when I'm dealing with my shit, I realize that this is just a fucking vessel. And as it's showing itself to me on the physical realm, I know that it's just a manifestation of what's really going on. So how am I going to deal with it? How am I going to address it? Bitch, when Griselda Blanco came running in, showing herself as, like, it was like this portal to the energy that I'm dealing with, which is a mixture of Santisma Muerte, Cali, and the Aztec energy that starts with the H. I just can't fucking pronounce it. I had to make my own altar. They're all reflections of the same exact thing, just different pantheons. And when I dealt with her, bitch, she came alive, dude. Like, the offerings that I give her, people are so stuck on going by the same book, of how to deal with the energy. Those are tools. They're not finalized. You know what I mean? You have to work with it for yourself. They're reflections of yourself. If they come to you, make it work for yourself. Don't look at yourself as something lower than. If you do, you're just worshiping another god, and that's as far as you're gonna get. Sorry, got sniffles, and I'm just, and the thing is, people always, the offerings that they have for their deities, they don't personalize them. Like, if you want to respect something that's a reflection of you, feel the energy that it is. And if you want to give offerings, if you want to feed into the energy, feed the charm of that energy, feel it and see what fits in and gratifies your spirit. You know what I mean? Like, if I fuck with Santisma Muerte, she might like cocaina. You know what I mean? Like, give her a line. Like, that bitch fucks with everybody. You can't escape the holy death. You can't escape death. You know what I mean? But I have noticed in my own shit that it has been known for working with Santisma Muerte. She does not like sharing altars. And that's what I've noticed with her. And it's something that I have seen in the reflection of my own shit. Like, just, bitch, I'm great all by myself. I don't need to share for shit. Because when I had this altar, I had a piece already sitting there, and my spirit was like, just wait. It's gonna take time for whatever that's gonna be here to manifest. And what manifested was away from my altars. And sure enough, when she popped up, everything was already set up for her. I didn't even realize it was her until when she came through, presented herself, bowed, and gave me 2 gifts. Man, I put those niggas on the altar. The gifts that she gave me, the offerings, so to speak, I put them niggas on the altar, man. Niggas can't fuck like Santisma. Her devotees, like the usual known kinds of devotees that she has, are people who are lawbreakers or homosexuals or just people like outcasts of the community, narcos, all kinds of drug dealers, people who just been fucked up. You know what I mean? But she takes care of them. She's a very, very good mother. This video is turning into a video about Santisma right there, but that's all right. I love it. I love how we all transformed. But the whole thing is the respect of her, knowing that she's not something to be worshipped. If anything, look at it as worshiping your own energy, being, exalting your own energy rather. You know what I mean? Touch on your own shit and know that it wouldn't even come to you if it wasn't a reflection of you. So I put obviously Griselda on the altar with her, a few pictures. And if anyone watches Queen of the South, I ain't gonna front, I like it, it's my show. I put Pote on there. Pote is that nigga. He will stand by your ass. I put in the offerings, of course, like the beautiful things that she has, that I've seen her develop into and give me. She gives me offerings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference between you and I. Those motherfuckers worship her. I'll give her gifts because that's a reflection of myself. I'm giving myself the shit. I'm feeding into my own charm. But you know what she does? She worships me. And people have to realize to stop being fucking afraid of those fucking concepts. You're not gonna get far. You're gonna be on the same fucking level as that nigga over there calling himself a witch, or that bitch over there calling herself a witch. Bruja. Fuck that word. Like witch and bruja? That's so fucking human. That's so fucking human. When you get out of your fucking humanity, you can actually do some shit. Because your human shit ain't gonna get fucking far with me. Bitch, I have your deities offering me shit. And that's the difference. The whole mindset, the whole way you work with these energies, you're actually going to get a lot farther when you realize your fucking power. And stop looking at yourself as this fucking human carcass. But I could talk forever. But I just want to just talk about that, pretty much. I work with Legba. Heavy Legba. Oh, I love me some Legba. Me and Legba play games all the fucking time. I know when he's about to bless me, because he plays a fucking trick on my ass, and I fucking love it. I remember, it was a minute ago, I was trying to get hired at this fucking place. It wasn't meant to be. The funny joke was, I went to go get apply or go for an interview rather. I went to go for an interview at this, smoke shop or whatever, because if I'm gonna do something I like. Smoke shop is probably what I would want to do. And I went to apply, and these niggas were, interviewing me or whatever. And I had on a jumpsuit, but I was covered. But I decided to unzip my coat because it was cold, because I was inside, and I thought I was still covered. That was funny. Bitch, I did the whole interview with my titties practically all the way out. And I didn't notice. And they kept looking down, but I just didn't know why, because I thought I was good. My ass. It was a beautiful prank. Ugh, love it. So in the interview, obviously they didn't call my ass back, and I'm on my way to the car. I look down, I'm like, my titties were out. You gotta laugh at the shit. But after the interview, we kept getting sales after sale after sale after sale after sale after sale after sale. He was like, bitch, stay home, be a housewife for a minute, and do this fucking at-home business, because it's where your bank is right now. So I fuck with him on so many levels. Like, I know when he's about to do me good because he'll bless the fuck out of me after he plays a nice little prank, and you gotta laugh at it. Um, I guess it's just storytell hour. I was vending, and I saw like, because when I go to the city, um, I don't like to go to the city, but if I go to the city and me and my bae, if we see like a homeless man, and we can tell that it's Legba's energy, because we don't just enter the city, we pay the toll. We lay an offering out to respect, the new realm that we're entering. Because when you enter the city, when you're coming from the country, it's a totally different energy shift. So, we paid the toll to. We pay the toll every time we go into the city. But I was vending in like little 5 points, and in the building, a homeless man comes in, nigga, red hat, white necklace with a cross on, homeless dude, ask, yo, y'all got food? And it's a vending thing. There's not actually much food, to be honest. They didn't have nothing. And everyone was being awkward and weird to him. And this is like a psychic thing. Like, this is conscious. I digress. I'm not going to go there. But people were like looking at him strange, obviously not catching the energy. So they're like, no, we don't got no food, da 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 da. And I'm just setting up. I just got there, so I'm noticing it. And he's like, oh, okay. So he leaves, and the door, he didn't slam it, but the door just slammed shut. And I'm like, y'all didn't catch that, but that's all right. Funny enough, he came back, and he came back through the other door, which I found was interesting. And I saw him, and I've already made some money by then. So I was like, let me pay the toll, because obviously Legba is trying to get my attention, obviously. So I go to him. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Da da da. He's like, yeah, he's trying to get this place, that place, and eat. Da da da. And by this time, we already made some popcorn in this little, communal popcorn thing. So he's eating, and I'm like, I hand him, a little piece of change. He's like, oh, thank you. And he's just shooting the shit. He's, joking, got me in a joke. I was like, oh, shit, da-da-da-da. But I can tell that was Legba's energy. No one just tells these jokes the way this nigga's telling jokes. And people were, after I gave him the money, people were talking to me like, he was just there, da, da, da. And I'm like, y'all some conscious people, but y'all don't want to do shit. I'm like, well, y'all didn't notice the energy. This nigga literally came in with the attire of Legba. Literally. Once he leaves and everyone's acting funny, door slams shut. Comes back through a different door to the same part of the building. And once I gave him the money and, we chopping, whatever, I started getting sale. Y'all have to realize that energy. And once I, kind of gave them a little bit of what I saw, they just went over there and started talking to him. It's different now. You know what I'm saying? It's different for y'all. Because, but not to say that you can't tap in. Not at all. I'm just saying, starts looking at things as they are, which is everything's a symbol of something. You know what I mean? Everything's a symbol. This isn't what it appears to be. Nothing's what it appears to be. Everything's a symbol. And the symbology of things, to be able to read instead of just see, is very key. To not be fooled or not be swayed by, regular instance, or what you would call regular instances in this human life, whatever, what I'm trying to say. But just start to look, start to see for real, start to listen, start to pay attention, take yourself out of it. But yeah, it's the respect. And being able to notice those energies means that you notice them within yourself, which means you can even notice them within others. So respect the energy that you conjure, respect the energy that you observe, because it's all a reflection of yourself. When you look at all these unwoke, unconscious niggas, whatever the fuck that is anymore, notice that it's a reflection of the shit that is in you as well. When you see a nigga that's dead in the water, it's a reflection of you. There's a piece of you that also had to go through that, had to notice that within yourself. But there's a piece of you that is dead. But until you realize the piece of you that is dead, you won't be able to actually see it in someone else. So it's not something to, the energy's there, the energy's usable. It's all about inner alchemy, working with the energy, filtering it out, altering it, But if you're not able to see it within yourself, you're not going to be able to respect it when you actually are able to do something, when you can do something about it. You want to be able to use the energy. So I'm just going in circles at this point, but being able to respect it within yourself is tops, okay? Respect your own shit. Understand the reflection of your own shit and how it plays out with in this realm, so to speak, how it manifests, and be able to observe it. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to hate. There's nothing to, quote unquote, love. It's all the same shit. But to be able to work with it is a whole other game. People scared when I say this about an energy or that about an energy, but they don't know what the fuck they're even doing with their energies. They don't know how to actually tap into that shit and make. If you can't scare yourself and still go through like the shit, some of the shit that I tap into, I hear that little bitch in the back, because you have to be real with yourself. It's like sometimes it's like, oh, don't do that. Oh no. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And I go in. And when I go in and I go past that fear, because that fear will keep you in that same motherfucking spot. Until I'm ready to challenge my shit, I don't get fucking far. So respect your game, respect your strength, respect your energy. It's all you. It's all you. I know I just did a 20-minute video about telling you about your own shit. We all been there though. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, yeah. So visit Occult Corner store. I'll always vibe and talk. I should definitely do some videos about some candles soon, because I definitely promised that, because I wanted to go through the candles and how I work with them and how I use them as the tools for my rituals and my work. And candle magic's been out there. We all know it. But we don't always want to fall into the same fucking formation as everything else. Things need to evolve. And I'm not afraid of evolving, especially in my magic, because who wants to be a basic bitch? Not me. I ain't no basic bitch. I'm going to do everything extra. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll talk to y'all soon. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at I Impress Myself, at Cassis_Pell, and at Occult Corner Store. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.